Hey guys, what's up? In this video we'll be comparing Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8 versus the new iPod Touch 5th generation. We'll take a look at camera, specs, display and more. So let's get started with this video. So first we'll take a look at the two things that you always look at, and that is the display, of course. The Samsung Galaxy Player has 5.8 inch HD AMOLED display, which has the resolution 960 by 540. So that is a pretty solid resolution, but the PPI isn't the best on this display. But what about on the iPod Touch 5th generation? Let's take a look. The iPod Touch 5th generation has an amazing Retina display. This Retina display is diagonally 4 inches and it has the same resolution like the iPhone 5 has, which is 1136 by 640. It has an amazing PPI, which is 336. So the display on iPod Touch 5th generation is far better than on the Samsung Galaxy Player, but I mean, if you want to take a look at some videos and pictures, you definitely want to go with the new iPod Touch 5th generation. Now that we are over with display, what about some specifications like processor, RAM and things like that? Well, first I will tell you that both devices are really great and have some solid specifications. So Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8 has 1 GHz processor, which is really good, but iPod Touch 5th generation has only got the processor, which is 800 MHz. This processor is also dual core and it is called ARM version, V7, and it's not as good as Samsung's processor, but you can notice a difference. Samsung is known by that they pretty much put a lot of RAM in all their smartphones and all devices. So Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8 has 1 GB of RAM, which is, my computer has 4 GB of RAM, so what do you want? But the iPod Touch 5th generation has got only 512 MB of RAM. I know that Apple devices don't need as much as RAM as Android devices, but still they could give it at least, 800 megabytes or just a little bit more. So the Samsung Galaxy Player comes in 16 and 32 gigabytes of internal storage, but you can also insert external micro SD card slots so you can get more storage. Apple said that iPod Touch 5th generation will only come in 32 and 64 gigabytes, which is true in United States, but in some countries, like in my country, we only have it in black and white, but we also have it in 16 gigabytes. iPod Touch 5th generation doesn't have an external micro SD slot, but it has 64 gigabytes of storage, which is plenty. So now we'll take a look at cameras. Cameras on smartphones are pretty good, but on Samsung's Galaxy Player 5.8, the camera resolution will be 3 megapixels. The resolution is decent if you want to take some quick photos, but it isn't the best. But the camera on iPod Touch 5th generation has really improved. It is awesome. It is 5 megapixels and it can shoot video in 1080p. 1080p on, music player, yes, it's pretty good. Both devices have a front-facing camera, but we can find a VGA camera on Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8, but we can find 1.3 megapixel 720p front-facing camera on the iPod Touch, so you will get some amazing FaceTime calls, and the camera, I mean, if you want to record some videos with your front-facing camera, 720p is pretty good quality. Now let's talk about battery. Battery on smartphones has been bad, but on the Samsung Galaxy Player the battery is just amazing. It has 2500 milliamp power. Yeah, you heard me right, that much. It is just an awesome battery, and it is better than the iPod Touch's battery. If we're talking about iPod Touch's battery, the battery is only 625 milliamp power, which is not good. So let's take a look at software. On Samsung Galaxy Player, the software will be Android 4.0, which is Ice Cream Sandwich. It is a pretty good software, but they could easily upgrade it to Jelly Bean. The software that iPod Touch 5th generation is running is the newest iOS software, which is called iOS 6. It has some pretty good features, but I think Android is better. So now let's talk about weight. While Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8 weighs 223 grams, when the new iPod Touch 5th generation weighs only, drumroll, 88 grams. 88 grams. This is just amazing. How light this thing is, you can't imagine pretty much. So the price for Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8 is still unknown, but we'll get it to know as soon as possible. But iPod Touch 5th generation, I mean 32 gigabytes cost $299 and 64 gigabytes cost $399, which is solid. I mean, Apple could done it a bit cheaper, but there you have it. That was pretty much my video regarding Samsung Galaxy Player 5.8 versus iPod Touch 5th generation. So tell me in the comments down below if you enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed it making it. Please like this video if you enjoyed it in any way, and please subscribe so you won't miss any of my other coverage on other cool gadgets.